It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll see Mike Gesicki. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Bengals and the Broncos, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're off and running at Payton Stadium. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by the legend over in LSU, the former #1 overall pick in 2020, Joe Burrow.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brandon Jones up for the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Play action now. Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Brought in by Vele. And he gets him around 6 there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Nix looking to throw. Pass taken in by Sutton. Now he's past the 25. Cortland Sutton. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. They've got first down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, Burrow gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. Has a man, it's Brown. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Brown on the inside give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Brown is in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals tie this game 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. And unless the coverage adjusts to slow him down, Brock, he's going to be busy and a productive target for them throughout the rest of this contest. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Burrow setting up the play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. One touchdown and one interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing on first down, Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Catch is made down the right sideline. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. On the return, here's Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. This one taken in by Chase. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Burrow to the air now. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, Burrow to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. He's contained at the line for no gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Brown. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Nix with it on first. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing here, Nix. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Burrow. On target to his man Higgins. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They've got a man in motion. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. It gets crushed behind the line, and the ball comes out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Burrow. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
11 mighty.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. That's caught for the 1st. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now it's Brown. Escapes a defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. They send a man in motion. A give now to Brown. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Butker knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play action with Nix. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And quick to the left, it's caught. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Riley Moss with that tackle. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals driving ahead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're left with 4th and short.
Here we go. 11 empty behind.
They'll try it right with Brown. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
So here comes the Bronco offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it for the first time with Andrick Estime. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Charlie Jones on the Bengals return. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Bengals and Joe Burrow all set to take over. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. On first down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 47. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. And he makes the Heffs go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running
Yep.
it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos jump in front now by 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. On the return, here's Jones. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Into traffic, complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. From the 36. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. We've reached the midway point of this one, and the visiting Broncos taking a lead into that locker room. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Throwing on first down, Nix. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And now they face second down. Nix off the play action. He's looking deep once again. Oh no, they get him yet again. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
The Cincinnati offense headed out now. Burrow from the gun. Finds Chase on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Motion man sent left. Going with Brown on the ground. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Brown again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They've got first down from the 31. Putting a receiver in motion. First down, Burrow to throw. That's complete to Gesicki outright. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Burrow. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2. He's throwing for it. And that pass is caught inside the end zone. The 2-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also, he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Handoff running right. Here's Estime. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nix. Big gain downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. Burrow back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 48. That's going to be caught by all. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Handoff headed left to Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Burrow setting to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas. 11.
On the ground, Brown. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Now Burrow. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here. Man in motion, out of the slot. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal. Burrow out of the shotgun. Flush down out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Bengals take a 3rd quarter lead. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. This is ahead for about 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. A give now from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Nix from the gun. This is hauled in by Engram. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Now following the play, we have the medical staff hurrying out as we look and see it's Cortland Sutton in some pain down there. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Nix. Brought in by Vele. And they get this down to the 28. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Nix with it on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action with Nix. Burton there to bring it in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw again. Nix. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And, of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Slot receiver headed left. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And this one does not go far. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Nick's now to throw. And that's complete to Engram along the sideline.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Collects this at the 32. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Burrow from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Burrow throwing out of the pistol. Higgins makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Trying an option play, headed left. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They've got 1st down from the 31. A give left side to Brown. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, All I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's far enough, but does not get the redirect off the upright. It's no good. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds Mims. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory. 2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. Complete. It's Engram. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Broncos going for the win here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Estime. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Going to the ground again on first. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fullback dive up the gut. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Slot man in motion right. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. They're going to have 4th and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
On the return, here's Jones. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Chased out to his right. And he knocks that one away to prevent a big gain. Now all eyes go to the penalty marker to see who it's against. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they got the field goal when it mattered most, and that kicked the difference in the game and what lets them leave here with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.